Okay, I am going to see if I am actually live. Can't tell. Still can't tell. Live? Oh, there it is. Yay! How do you do this? I can call on you. No, not how to do that. Go back to studio. Yes. On my channel, I guess. Oh, okay, maybe. Live, maybe? I don't know. Managing. Fantastic. Okay, that's how I do it. But I do have a application on mine. YouTube Studio. There we go. Content. Live. That's not how I do it. Okay. Anyway. Okay, like I said, I am actually just going to be doing this live. If anyone shows up, they show up, but it's just going to be this one. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? No, I can actually look there. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling some of him recently. But I want to make sure I can hear myself. That would be horrible to play this far with no... Oh, I can. And I have to say, my voice sounds great. But I've never taken anyone's life. Never. Nick. Oh, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I, swanning in the, at least... Swanning me. Oh, yeah. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It's been like love at first sight. Right, Nick. Tell me. Maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there. Dude, Edgy. You can... Sorry. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Yeah, more talk. Today's trial. Oh my gosh, hold up. Wait a minute. Do 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 do. Where is it? Okay, today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You really helped out in today's trial. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But serious, Nick. That boat caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy isn't off the hook yet. Why? Well, way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from there, I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, you can really know he's telling the truth. But that night, ... Nick, I don't know, but what do you know is I'm getting to believe you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh. Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Humph. Enough with the silent treatment. Edgeworth. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he's kind of a jerk, don't you think? You don't know him. You didn't know him back then. Back when I wanted to become a defense lawyer. Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Yes. In grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget that. Forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh, sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Everyone else hang in too. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? A class trial! You remember, Larry? Spring and 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Oh, school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for the lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. See why you forgot, huh? You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one in class. So, they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in the class said I should be put on trial. So, the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. Oh my God, it's 3rd grade Phoenix. I did do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was him. Give the money back. Such a mean. Just admit it. Your truth. Tell the truth. You're going to play with the more? Yeah, erase. Whatever. You should allow no library committee. Get 50 cents. What the heck? I can't read that fast. I'm so... Now, Phoenix, shouldn't steal people's money. That's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. That's cool, sure. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boys whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs to this trial is evidence. Everything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. What, Miles? Look at it! Look at him! He's so tiny! It wasn't you who stole the money. It was... No. Then you should apologize. You shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. Sneak proof. Take the money. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, but this is always how it is. Everybody gaining up on and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were were best friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I did, there would have thought I've done it too. So, I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts after the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. Remember, his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I was going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later that I learned Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicion of the Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said, he'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the edgy I know. I used to know it all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, but I didn't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, although I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'll have to meet whether he wanted to or not in court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So this is why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I didn't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It's very well maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop keeper. We need to find out who or what he is. I'll settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I'm no longer in need. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I guess if I do it correctly, we should be going to the... Don't know. We're already talking about the caretaker, so I think we should go to the caretaker shack. So let's go to the back to the caretaker shack. Hey pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, huh? I got so worked up, I snipped my tie in half. Oh, sorry about that. No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have a scoundrel in my custody. I have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty, you see. Wow. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. And why are we here? Oh, because he most likely was checking the boathouse. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where's Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He's pretty mad. No one can go into the for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Well, that makes it so we can't go to the woods, so we have to go to the shack. That makes it easy. Huh. The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like a hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Oh, rental shop. Takes a long time just to come here. The old caretaker's away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? The day of the youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg bag. This is no time to idle, reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's on trials and tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer my assistance. That's weird. Why was he here? What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Let's move into the caretaker shack. Now, this is where I examine. Nobody's home. Hello, hello, Squawk. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello, Squawk. Someone must have been trying to look for him. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Hello, hello, Squawk. Okay. Say, Nick, don't people usually put their pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, pictures are of the fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really funny, you know? Funny. Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away, except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number of the safe? 1228, Squawk! Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something a value in there. I'm not sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess might be a clue or two. There's only one thing. A letter. A letter? Huh. Boring. There's one name or signature on the thing. It's handwritten in very clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? Now, how should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Mr. Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail, how to kill Robert Hammond, and frame Edgeworth. Hauling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out in today's court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means? I don't know, but it looks like there's instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond, he called out Edgeworth. He was following instructions. But we could have written a letter. And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. A letter from the safe added to the courtroom. There's no clues. Fishing rod looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't think the caretaker would mind. Well, we could just leave him a metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'll better not. What's wrong? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I just remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this weekend. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Oh, it was the TV. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back since the trial. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her whereabouts. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. It doesn't look like he used kitchen much. You're right. Guess the whole pasta restaurant was a lie. What you thought he was telling the truth? Me. And that looks like everything. Wait, hold on. There's nothing left in the safe. Wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. So, that's it. So... I guess I'm going to talk to Mr. Edgeworth. He should still be in the detention center, so let's move to the detention center. You look grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I hear the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. The lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right, yes. I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. So, with that one, I'm going to show him the letter from the safe. What? Okay, never mind. Well, it probably only mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, don't you know that trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney? Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'll do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah. But I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Okay, I'm going to present this to him. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Oh, is that the old guy anyway? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be the innocent defendant that got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not all that. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then. He was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, this is your last chance. Last chance. Maybe, wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on DL6 incident. Wait. Wait, the old man. Wait, what is that? Do you know who he is? Yogi? Could he be Yogi? Yogi. The suspect in the DL6 incident. He was the one who was found innocent. Interesting. Don't talk. My pursuit. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to become a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprived, whatever. I had lost my memory. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in the elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen whatever. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Kara. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know in courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He was a perfectionist in all things. In court, in personal life, he was obsessed with doing everything perfectly. In all the cases he had taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent ever. But I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job is to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, It's nigh, well, impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he'll do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now is no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit. No kidding. Yanni Yogi was a court baffle at the time. He just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. During the earthquake. The earthquake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said, quiet. You're making this You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout. Don't just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed, and the court and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? The letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah. There's something else that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know rather or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of murder. Murder, I say. I think that time has come to know it all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing the duck. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout. You're using up all the oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Wait, what are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the baffles. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang. Wah. What? And with that scream, I woke. It's a bone-chilling scream. The scream that has rang in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. Wait. If you think about it, if you think about that, why? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your evidence. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal in the DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are you going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. I don't think there is anything we can do like it or not. If there's something else, if there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There it is, Nick. There's someone who knows about Mr. Oldbag. No, Bag. The big guy. Yes, we have to go to the big guy, whatever his name is. We have to go to Grossberg. There it is, Grossberg Laws. That's the other person who knows it. Because earlier in the game, he was the defense lawyer? Was he the defense lawyer? I think he was the defense lawyer on the court case. Who knows? Let's head to the Grossberg. Huh, Mr. Grossberg. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He saw. I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father? It's only a dream, I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? I'll, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dreams was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined, Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was initially wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance of the course. This was the statute of limitations, so close. Okay, let's talk. Gregory Edgeworth. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney, without peer. It sounds trivial, but true. Well, you may have had one peer on that. I think about it. Your mentor, my Faye, my sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in the court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. Spirit medium. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called Sorry about that, my dog was barking. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was her mother, Miss Frey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the baffled Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was found innocent. That's why my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now I think about it. It seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So, you're saying he falsified his testimony? That's right. Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son. It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. Interesting. Should I show this one? Yeah, I am. Let's see what he says. The letter from the safe. Oh no. Oh, this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammered. But why kill Robert Hammered? Hammered was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his clients found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but societally he was ruined. You understand soon enough. Wait, what is this? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Those handwriting. What? Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I'm going to have to say Manfred von Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma. Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court records. What? But that means that one was told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred von Karma himself. Does this mean then why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? I'm going to talk to him. Yep, Prosecutor von Karma. If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh, no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet, I do know that von Karma is both present and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy the grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win. But he did not make it through the trial unscarred. Scared. Gregory versus Manfred. It happened in the trial between Edgeworth and Edward's dad and von Karma. Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted, and he won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty von Karma has ever recovered in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial that record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first time and the last vacation he'd taken in his many years as prosecution. Really? He doesn't even take vacations? Like, go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep his perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6. You can bet on that. That is, what if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? He won't let him. Mr. White, I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Mr. Edgeworth's innocent. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Police files might hold something in interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials, okay, do I need to go back? I need to go back. Let's go back. Ooh, I guess we gotta go to. Got it. Back here. 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, it's no time to waste. Let's get going. Now can I go? Okay, I can. Criminal affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Yeah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. Yeah, we are wondering if we could check the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in here. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there right now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma. Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the records. Nick, let's hurry. He's going to try to He's going to try to fault some more from information or something. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just nudging that he isn't here. On Karma? Do we need to move somewhere? There's an open drawer. Let's examine the open drawer. One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Unsolved cases. Nick! The file DL6, it's completely empty. I knew it. Wait, what? What are you doing in here? Eek! But Von Karma! You! How do you know my name? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Miss Edgeworth's mentor. I guess we can talk. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticized who still can't stand the veneer of authorism. I just like his father anyways, second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, don't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why, because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. Huh. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of the most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow's trial will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt from 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 incident in court tomorrow. Present. What should I present? This has to be something to present. I'll present that. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? The incident Yanni Yogi to the court. Murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yanni this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what was that thing? It's a taser! It's a stun! Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog, touching the electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now, give me that letter. No! No! Whoa, what was the... Nick, run! Oh, she got her ass zapped. But Maya, out of the way. Wah! Oh, he zapped Phoenix too. You should have just ran, Phoenix. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DL6 evidence, all of it, back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped up first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya? Maya, opened your eyes. Maya. Oh, Maya? Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. He jumped as fast as I could. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we needed her most. I wish I hadn't woke up at all. It was 600,000 volts. No one's going to be able to recover from that very quickly. Maya, there has to be some way I can help. I'll better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya? She's holding something. What is that? Bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DL6 bullet stashed in pocket. Oh, this might be a good one! I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. To be continued. Yes, I'll save. Yes, over Wright. Final day trial. Well, I'm going to have to say that is the end of my live stream. I wasn't planning on, like I said, I wasn't planning on going any. Oh my word, someone actually came. I didn't see anyone. When was that? If you're still here, thank you. I was not looking at my chat. I normally don't have anyone in my streams, but like I said, I wanted to just live stream this one. Well, that brings it to an end for this episode. I wanted just to record live. Hopefully my next one will not be live. If you're still here, hello. And if you're still here, I had a lot of life happen with work and personal issues that forced me not to be able to actually record videos. I actually really appreciate you here. It really means a lot. Yeah. But like I was saying, I had a lot of life happened. There was a bunch of special events that I needed to keep care of, or I needed to actually work with at work. What else? Personal issues. That's just life that has happened. I rather not get into detail for that. Everything is going well right now. Everything is fine. Everything is good. I'm perfectly fine now. I had to work last night. I was hoping to actually record last night to have a video up today, but they called me into work on my day off. And I'm not going to lie, Starfield came out, and I've been begrudgingly addicted to Starfield. But how are you? That is the most important question here. I was getting kind of worried that because I haven't uploaded for a week, it might discourage you from or unsubscribing, which I wouldn't blame you. and I will be right back. Oh, okay, I'm back. Well, I'm glad that you're doing okay, and you have a lot of same going through a lot of life stuff as well. I do know how I get it as well. Things were getting spicy. The taser is terrifying. Yeah. Maya needs to stop blaming herself on that one. There's nothing you can do when getting tased by tase gun, a taser. But since you're here, I am just going to continue playing. Why not? No harm at that. If you're still here. I don't. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled, at least. A lot of things. What? What's the big deal? So sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shoulder shock isn't... I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today is the last day on the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Hello. Edgeworth is looking grim as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Oh, zap the crap out of him too. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. She is still supercharged after that stun gun. That's hilarious. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right. Good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. And she did. If you feel tired, need to stop at any time, don't hesitate to also. I have to rewatch how you rehatched the investigation after a live stream ends, but from now on, I'm watching live, rooting you on. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm not really super tired. I usually don't like long live streams, but since you got here so late, you kind of re-energized me, I guess. Plus, you know what? I don't think this next part of the case will be very long. I'm just going to have to try to how do you say it? How do I say it? Present the evidence I have. I got a bullet that fell out of the DL6 incident. And for me, my time is 6:14 p.m. So it's still early in the day. Well, it's late, but early for me at least, since I work at night. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, good morning. How did it go, Detective? No fear. As promised, we have captured the runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Take a look. Wow. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Defensive Gumshoe. I always say something else. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock, I got all out of my way. After that it was you that shocked. That's hilarious. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I am going to prove it. And like I said, I really do appreciate you watching these videos. It means a lot. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement? Right. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Efforts. The boat rental shopkeeper has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was a murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Perhaps, please bring in the witness in today's courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away. He was, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Why I left court? I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday, like I did, but I wasn't running away, or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. What should I press on that one? I'm going to have to press. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to have to think about this. Sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. But I want to press on that one. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. How exactly are you? Oh. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. Then how was he able to remember? If you claim he's lying, then show the court the proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cogger's head? It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your sense, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I'm going to, again, I need one of those motive things, right? He still has memory. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. White. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He couldn't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about the memory. Otherwise, I'm going to be the same thing over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. White? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack therefore of, into question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yes, it does. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. But both statements are lies. Order, order. Mr. White, this is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh ho ho, no. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is it? Don't play dumb Von Karma. Mr. White, please tell us the witness of the name. Please tell us the witness's name. Well, there's none other than Yana Yogi. His name is Yana Yogi, a former court bailiff. All I can say is, I love the next part. Oh, the next part? Yogi. That name seems familiar. I can't wait for this next part because what I heard was Von Karma has a quote-unquote perfect record. He's always got a guilty verdict. So, I am extremely excited to win this case against Von Karma and end his winning streak. That's all I'm going to say. Oh. Yanni Yogi stuff from the DL6 incident. The next cross-examination. I figured the judge would have heard it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, this man is Mr. Yogi. When he has, then he has a clear motive. Tis. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. White. This man, this witness, is Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this in court? This is a court of law. As you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right now, then I got nowhere else to go. Nick. Oh, it's Maya. How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then compare them to the fingerprints on file of Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see then, that makes sense. Tis. Huh? I am so very, very sorry, Mr. White. Huh? Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? Wait, no fingerprints? Did you burn them off? I see. Before I worked at a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. You did burn off your fingerprints. I burned my fingers while working with the stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Nope. Tis. Well, what will you do, Mr. White? It seems like the case is it has been decided. No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. Can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What to do? Tis. Well, Mr. White, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. I agree. We should cross-examine his parrot. I now understand why you like this next cross-examination. We're going to cross-examine a parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense will like to take Von Karma up on his proposal. Yes. Okay, I'm already instantly loving this. Mr. Take Von Karma's up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. He said that with such confidence. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. You have a right to do as you suggested. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Phoenix has official. Yes, I would say Phoenix has lost his marbles. But if you really think about it, the parrot listens to absolutely everything that goes on in his boathouse, including right down to even remembering the code to the lockbox that was sitting on top of his TV. So, yes, I would say he lost his marbles. But I'm pretty sure in the right way. Because there has to be some sort of truth in the parrot. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you are ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with this little game? Yes, I am going to do it. Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. On Karma, rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bring the parrot. Yes. That's the best parrot ever. It's a quiet bird. Please tell us your name. Name! It's not going to say. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Oh. Who is the owner? Hello? Hello? Squawk? There's only one thing I can press on. Certainly the most conscious testimony I've ever heard. Truly a milestone in your... Yeah. Yeah, this is truly a milestone in the lawyering career of Mr. White. Very well, your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do? There's only one thing I can press, and it's going to be the one he says hello, hello. Hello, hello, squawk, and I'm going to press on that. There's nothing else I can press on. Witness. You can't just say hello and accept us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. He's actually trying to yell at a bird, and I love it. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? What do you say? Have you forgotten something? What's your name? What's the number of the safe? I am just going to say, what's your name? Maybe you should get her to say your name. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Squawk, squawk. Mr. White, I think you've established that the parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course it does. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim that the pirate's name... You claim that the pirate's name will prove the owner's identity? Now, show us the proof. Nick, what do you think? Do you think of anything? Wow, holy moly, I'm having a stroke here. Nick, do you think you're taking baffling a little too far? Bluffing. Listen, we're not here to answer the question we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yogi. Well, all we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity. I don't know. Don't forget the DL6, she said. You're right! Don't forget the DL6, she said before. What am I doing? So DL6 case file. You're right. I'm gonna present the DL6 case file. Subject data? Yeah. I'm gonna present this. DL6 case file. It's quite a large file you have there. Which paper is proof of them? Show us. Stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. White, please show us the page where the file is. I'm going to have to say subject data, because case summary that can't do anything. Victim data, that's about the victim. It has to be the subject data. On this page, subject data. Check the file before deciding. I've already went too far. This page has it all. Information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that. This was the fiancée's name, Holly Jenkins. Holly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bruh, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Surprisingly, you got it right. But make sure you give that file a look. I do. Can I look at the file? Oh, I can't. Oh, there it is. Air in the elevator, oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues were found at the scene. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator, returning from their lost trial with son, Edgeworth 9. One bullet found in the heart of the murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, court bailiff trapped in the elevator with Edgeworth's memory loss due to oxygen depreciation. After the arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Okay. Should I remember the date 12/28/02? Oh, 12/28/01? I will keep that in mind if I think I should. Well, Mr. Fergus, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone. It is a little weak for evidence in the murder trial. We would need some other corresponding evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If you can just get one more piece of evidence. So I need to get... How am I supposed to do that? Right. What about what? Very well. Witness, you may continue. It's just gonna say, well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yongi. Okay, I guess I have to press on this because it's the only thing. Let me think. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna press witness. You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? We already did what's your name, so let's do... it's the only thing tying... It's the owner. So I'm going to have to say that. What's the number of the safe? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of the safe. The safe, why? Let's just try to get her to say it, okay? Polly, what's the number on the safe in the shack? 1, 2... 28. That's what you mean! 228. 2001. 1228. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Maybe what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Thank you. You helped out a lot, actually. You helped out so much that, oh my gosh. Actually, it does. That's why I heard her, I had her say it. Huh, ridiculous. Maybe you could have let her say, don't forget DL6 again. That could have been a good one. I didn't think about that. Huh, ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's identity, true identity? Well, I'm going to have to choose the DL6 case again and choose, like you said, that first one, which has 12/28/2001, because it is 12/28. Exactly the exact same date. Oh gosh, I'm actually overwhelmed. The exact date that it took place. Because if I click on this, 12/28, I'm going to have to present this. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with the case, Mr. Wright? Where in the file is there something referring to the case? It has to be the case summary, which has the date. It's on the case summary page. Case summary. Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th, 12/28. Just kidding. If you actually asked that, Polly wouldn't have said anything, implying that Von Karma himself returned the parrot not to... Oh! Von Karma does like to, I guess, tamper with the evidence. He is very well known. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 12/28. He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him. I see. It is certainly interesting coincidence. People often do set their safe numbers to dates. That's not tangible proof. I set my ATM card to 0001 because it's my number one. Because I'm number one. What is wrong with you, Karma? This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached the conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True. That is a possibility. However, two coincidence at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Huh? What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boathouse shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Huh? He's kind of changed. Well, accomplished that I wanted to do. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks different. He does look different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Actually, acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name to the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as bailiff in this courtroom, very courtroom. Order. Order. Yoni Yogi? So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Looks like you finally... I'm glad I did, and this is a big thing. Yes, it was me. I did it. You're just gonna confess like that? They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me look innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have some brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. But we won the trial. I lost everything. Lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, the package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. It does feel almost too easy, but we still have a lot to do. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. Couldn't care. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought it was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles. I have no regrets. Wait a minute. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth himself? Anyway, I admit it. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yongi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room of error in this confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent in the case, at least. Very well. The defendant will please take the stand. There's a few mysteries unsolved. Still, you are cleared of the suspicion for this particular case. So, I'll have to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty. Yes, we got that not guilty. I had a feeling. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait. But that means no. Edgeworth, Your Honor. It was Edgeworth? I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. Have you, as you have heard, Yanni Yao, I want to say Yao Guai, Yogi, killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But, revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Oh no, what do I do? What should I do? Raise objection. Okay. Leaves it. I'm gonna see where this goes. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. "15 years ago. I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident of your father, of where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't a suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DL6. The statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime? A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We should hold trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime 15 years ago. I think I would like to have a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider an appropriate course of action to take. Court's adjourned. District Court. Defendant. Lobby 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth. I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder's murder, no matter what circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court records here. One more. Getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. Court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. But what? There was 2 shots that... Again, 2 shots. Was there 2 shots? Hold on. Okay, oxygen. Defense attorney tried the elevator. Yeah, the murder weapon was fired twice, but only one. But there was only 1 bullet. Just a dream, it's not real. The truth is right here in the court records. In any case, tighten your bolts. The right fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? December 28th. District Court. Number 3. Now, then, I would like to resume the trial. Judge, Mr. Edgeworth has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing this testimony. Although pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitation on the 06 incident runs out today. Although it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run on this by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No. I'm going to have to take this and look at the court case because even on accidental discharge, he threw the gun. And even though throwing the gun, that can only shoot once at most. But if we look at the incident, it's right here. Gregory Edgeworth, 35. Defense attorney trapped in elevator. returning from lost trial with son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Miles Edgeworth, take the stand. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is correct? That is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. Edgeworth was telling about his dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail doesn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. DL6 incident. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake shook, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy hit my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Then moments later, there were a single shot and a scream. A single shot? That was... You said a single shot. Then you passed out, right? It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought that memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out. I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yagway had made. Very well. You may cross. Welcome back. So, what you've missed, not much. I have looked at the court records, and it says right on the second page of Gregory Edgeworth that, not to cough, 1 bullet was found in the heart, but the murder weapon was fired twice. Edgeworth stated that he only heard 1 shot. So I'm going to have to press on that. I'm going to press that. Yes, Your Honor. So my plan is to press on one of the details. I have to remember which one. That day, I have gone to the courtroom to observe my father's trial. As I went... That's fine. It isn't, I would say it's nice, fine, but I'm also having to think back to all the other times in this trial where there was 2 shots, but only one happened, or... Yeah, this is a long shot, but the evidence does say 2 shots, and he only heard 1. As he went to the elevator, an earthquake trapped us in the elevator, blah blah blah. My father, Mr. Yagwai, I always want to say Yagwai, Yogi, lost their composure and begun to argue. Just then, something heavy hit my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. This one I'm going to present. I'm going to present the victim's data showing that he has a single shot. No. I'm going to press on, yes, what I said. I'm going to press on this for this exact detail because there's 2 shots. So I'm going to present. Are you sure you only heard 1 shot? Yes, I am sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately, you don't. Look at the file. Look at this file. No, one more time. There's plenty of contradictions. The witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? It's the only thing I have. I don't accept this evidence unless you can. I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data. The victim data that shows there was 2 shots. Look at the victim's data. It's in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. When I first played this game for this case and the next one, I relied heavily on the guidelines online. Well, good job for what you're doing. Great, thank you. You, like I said, you told me to read the DL6 incident case, and I did. I wouldn't be able to do this without you because I wouldn't have no idea about that second shot if I did not read that. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidental, firing when the pistol was thrown. Accidental discharge of a fire weapon. Who fired the remaining shot? Because anything, if you chuck a gun, at most it will shoot the one that's in there. There were perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot. Your Honor, I'm sure you're aware. The incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired. Okay. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. I see. Do you have a point, Mr. White? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something else to do with the case? Yes, I do. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you the proof. Gosh, now I'm gonna figure this out. Wait, what? Impossible. Now. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen this evidence. Very well, Mr. White. Show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing for the pistol is related to the incident? It has to deal with the DL6 incident. The only thing I have is these three evidence. The DL6 case file, which I'm done with right now. The DL6 incident photograph of the murder, scene of the murderer, and the DL6 bullet taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart still bears clear ballistic marks. I'm going to take a long shot here and choose the photo. Take a look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying here is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice. The time of the incident. Oh yes, because the window, the window or the wall or whatever it is, the window. This proves it. I just saw it in my little after play. So let's get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get the clue. Show the judge. Okay. Right before it went, I should have looked at it, but my long shot did take over. Yes, okay. It shows the blood on him, which is the first shot. But right here is the second shot. Or the first shot. However you want to think about it. So the gun fired, missed, hit the, at that point, I guess, right above Yogi? That's where I'm thinking. Descent. Should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there's a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he heard rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else, Mr. Wright. But who could that be? Who could that else be? The murderer, of course. I know I should have stepped in before you Your wild fantasies got out of your head, Mr. White. Look once more at the DL6 incident case. Look clearly. Try the case summary page. Case summary page. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the crime scene. Not a single clue? Yes, there was one. The bullet. How can there not be a single clue when there's one? The bullet. That's it. If the pistol had indeed been fired twice, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the crime scene. Oh, that's what you're trying to hide. You're trying to hide the bullet. Oh my gosh. And you think you have all the evidence. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes. Why am I so excited? He does have a point. Second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter the whole time. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. What? What? Order, order. I will have order. Mr. White has proven one thing out quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the same time of the incident. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. It was highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, we all have the single bullet fired. We all have a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defendant's claim. Objection? Can I object? No. Perhaps the judge of his wisdom in this matter. How do I don't believe that second bullet doesn't exist, but I have it. Was I wrong? I have been wrong about this whole incident. What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Yes, raise the objection. Sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my contradictions are for nothing. No. But you said you'd have do it, Nick. You said you'll get Edgeworth declared innocent. Sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. Yes, we have a bullet. Did you forget about it? I was certain of it. I thought I'll win. Though there's another person somewhere else who fired a killing shot. But now, I was wrong. I don't think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems we have finally cleared up things in the incident. One bullet was found at the crime. Only one bullet was found at the crime scene. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before pressing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to trial for this so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. Statute of limitation of the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, here, right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been there before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. Your mind might be blank, but mine isn't. Come on, we got the bullet. Mr. Wright, I have an objection. Objection! Your Honor, I object. Tis, tis, tis. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick? I don't know. This case is perfect. No, it's not. Oh no. It must exist. Second bullet. Huh? What? What did you just say? It's Maya. She back. Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers, Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But you've just heard proof that it does not. I realize that, Your Honor. I am grasping here. It's just someone took it from the crime scene. If someone took it from the scene of the crime, that's what happened. But who? The murderer. Murderer? Then tell us. Just who is the murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So, criminal took the second bullet. But why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. White. Was there something pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer had to find it. The murderer didn't need it. I'm going to say the murderer didn't need it. Why? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a stray bullet? I haven't a clue. What's wrong, Mr. White? The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. He had to take it. He had to take it. The murderer. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Now I gotta think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. White? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the crime scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. White? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Well, maybe the bullet hit the murderer. Like I said earlier! It was right there. Boom. It went straight clean through him. Oh my gosh. You missed them. You missed a lot. You missed me losing my mind. I pointed out the second bullet hole in the elevator door. Which leads me to the figuring out that there was a second shot and why there was no second bullet. And here I am. Maya came back. Maya, I think her name is. And now I'm going to try to prove Edward's innocence. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, would you? I mean, if it hit you, you would have taken it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could have performed surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if it really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left the second bullet inside him, thus leaving one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's what it would work that way, yes. But there's a problem with that. There are two people there were only two other people rescued from the elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yenin Yogi were both unharmed. So, that would mean mental designers are sure nice. Material. Yeah. The murder came from outside. Whoa, that took a completely different... The two men fought inside the elevator, trying to stop them. The boy picked up the pistol at his feet and threw it. The pistol discharged, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. The murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. What? Mr. White, are you truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known? I can tell you are grasping that, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. Mental disorders are nice. Mental disorders are nice. Tenters. Saying that wrong. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of any. Nick. I just thought of something crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow. Mr. Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock to Von Karma. He took vacation for several months. That you see. Yes, an unusual for a man. That was the first and last vacation. Sorry if I'm talking a little slower. I'm trying to process things. Can Von Karma be the killer? Can have taken many years. What if Von Karma didn't take a vacation because of shock, but it was because he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregor Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man, something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indeed the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you have gave us the name? Can you give us the name of the suspect? Oh no, who should I come out and say it was? Say it now. Your Honor. There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. White. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. Be what? Von Karma. Von Karma. Things about to get crazy. I agree. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? As he points. You don't object. I just see no need. Why, Your Honor? This is ridiculous outbursts with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day of the incident. Yet, you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No. Where did I Where did I under the knife? Where did I go under the knife? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who is this doctor. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. Probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Or probably that's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You couldn't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where? It's still in him. Well, Mr. White, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? If it's still in you, we can do a metal detector. It should beep on you. Can that? No, it can't be. I'm going to go over this. Okay. So there's 2 shots. 1 shot out. If it struck him and he needed to take a break, but he didn't want to leave any evidence, so he didn't want to go to a doctor to create a lead. But the second bullet wasn't found, so that has to be makes a noise when a metallic object is near. I am going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to show evidence. All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. Metal detectors, yep. All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence I know. You like too much. But what? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot. Metal detector, that's what you were saying. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. This is crazy! You're right. Thank you. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there is one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, he's stressing. We got him, baby. Thanks to you. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Don't objectify. You're sweating. You're sweating up a storm. You know I'm right. Judge, I call for suspension of trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Yeah. The statute of limitation runs out of this case today. It was you who said we had to end this right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will be submitted yourself to testimony. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. There we go, baby! It reacted something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. It was you? I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, this has nothing to do with the incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove. I've no obligation to prove anything. I kind of do. Is it? It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. It, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records yesterday. No proof. You cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. White. I do have one. The bullet. No! I am the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. But what? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to DL6 incident. And here's my proof. The DL6 bullet, right here.
Take that!
That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite neatly with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprint of a weapon. No bullet fired from a gun are. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, we can tell which weapon fired that bullet. The bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun, the very same pistol. In the other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma. Oh shoot! He's lost his marbles. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know. It was him. Help, I can't breathe. Quit. Quiet. And I said quiet. You're making this muchy. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Chuck. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. It was Von Karma. Aha. It's the scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Wow, just like Vietnam, it's flashing in through his head. It was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with my penalty on shame me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Oh, and he's slamming his head. That's painful. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you meant you. Von Karma, it's not like you make this kind of error. I never would have thought, Mr. that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. Sorry, but you will have to be analyzed. I've covered for you in my past, but now, this time, Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I've ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking there was where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing. And then there was a noise. I was in pain, in horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. Saw there 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Which to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yaogwai. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tis. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge, what? What are you going to do? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable crusade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have came a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth not guilty. Yes! So even Gregory himself thought that Mr. Yogi that killed him. That's why the spirit medium. That makes sense because he was unconscious. So even Gregory himself thought it was him, but did not know that a second person, Mr. Von Karma, opened the door. That is all. This court is adjourned. District Court defendant. Are we not going to get a guilty verdict on Karma? Number 2. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside he's crushed. You crushed him. Nick crushed. Gotta say, I'm impressed. Yeah, I was pretty close. It was pretty close though. I was sure we'd hit it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now that it's all good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. What? Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you? I see. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You're not good? You got a lot to learn, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, you sure. Whoa. Amazing, pal. You pulled through, just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, it's party. Dinner's on me. My salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Mr. Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this ungraded. Yeah, y'all. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Oh, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your head in a cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta? Who knows? I might go back to college. I gave up on trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh. Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Yeah. Huh. It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why such a sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. Huh? You don't look sick. It's Candace. She's gone to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. You are. Oh, yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me to celebrate. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, how long you can come along to my treat, pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward for it. Oh, yo, Nick. It's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah. What's up? That's that envelope. That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, White. $38. Huh? What's weird? That's a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot. $38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that the exact amount? Oh my gosh. Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to the day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. Then he saw the money laying there, and the rest was history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know you did. I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like that. Like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah. Too well. Right? You may have not known this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth? You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitation has ran out on Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Sure. Where does it leave me? I've become a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have been something of an unsuccessful emotionalist. Yeah, and you got worked up too easily too. The death sentence for the both of you. Man, if I only knew I'd become a prosecutor. This same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I become a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth? Want to switch? Hey, y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Oh my gosh. Infected Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh my gosh, that was a good turnover. Oh yes, I love it. December. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter. Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. Become a full-fledged medium spirit. Spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. No! Hey, that's sad. I liked her, but she has something to do. Ugh, the first train for the mountains has already left to the station. Dot dot dot. I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick, Maya. So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits, and I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait, what? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of trial, I heard Maya's voice. Mia's, not Maya's, Mia's. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya the evidence. Oh yeah! The evidence! She's the one who picked up the bullet! I couldn't have done it without the bullet! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to the DL6 incident. DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. You were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. Oh man, why am I tearing up? I'm a grown man that's got to tear up. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. Oh, I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Boo boo. Oh, that's sad, but I'm happy. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now, a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast and characters. Ha! Don't you think you gathered enough yet? Mr. Wright, perhaps you'll like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Untempt script detection. Is that the next one? Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish our pleasant surprise. Whoopee. Check the gumshoe. And then the huge thing head low. Right. Too fast. Kinda like he was embarrassed of something. Strange, huh? Graphics. Oh, is this the ending of this one? Huh. Nick, haven't you seen him lately? Who, me? I've been working on Misty, the lady who's not exactly... Huh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. This is the credits, I think. Yes, it is. Ooh, Wright. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. Yeah. To ring my own bell, he's sort of... I'm sure he's grateful. Yep, this is graphic. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Wright? The defense attorney whom I wrote that is over the management. Should you be there, please stop by. Well, this seems to be the ending of this one, so I guess it's gonna be the next one. Unlocks the rest of the game, the second part. I get to go on. Yes. Oh. I don't know what I feel about it right now. What was your thoughts on this court or this case? He's an actor. Well, I'm not buying it. Couldn't be a star. And you're talking fast. Thanks for staying here. It means a lot, but yeah, you do have to, if you want to go back after this, you can. Oh man. Oh, I'm happy to have this one done. There's a bonus case? Wait a minute, what? What is this bonus case? I guess I'll get to see. I guess I can see after these credits. Called Rise from the Ashes. Isn't crucial to the storyline, but it's super long. But personally, I really enjoyed it. Right? There's the picture. Oh my God, there she is. Oh. Capcom. Rise from the Ashes. A brand new episode has been added. I guess that one I'm going to have to do later. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. And you said this is a super long one, but personally enjoyed it. Rise from the Ashes. Okay. I guess that one will be my next one. Nice. Oh, I have to unwind after that. I have to like gather my senses, like. To be honest, I came close to breaking down at trying to look for an online guide, like how you said that you had to do. But I'm glad that you were here to help me. Like, the metal detector was great. Uh, having me look at the date, or just saying hint. What did you say exactly? All you said was date is 12/28, 2001. That helped out a lot. Thank you. I'm not going to lie, you helped out a lot towards the end of that case. That, oh man, that was, oh man. Happy. Oh gosh. Well, I'm going to I'm going to end it here, the stream. If you want to go back to watch from the beginning, go ahead and do it. Like I said, you didn't miss a lot. You joined in right when I guess the thick of it started happening. So, yeah, we both did the work. I couldn't have done it without you. But yes, if you want to go back to watch, I guess what was the gathering of some form of information of what happened, go ahead. But you were just as much as help as me as I'm trying to figure out. So you, thank you. You helped out a lot. But I I have dinner to make. I'm getting hungry. All I had today to eat was 3 eggs, and I am hungry. So I'm going to end the stream and make some dinner. You have a good night, and thank you. I am hopefully going to start recording the Rise from the Ashes, and my battery's low. Rise from the Ashes. Uh, Either later tonight or maybe tomorrow. Most likely it'll be later tonight. So I will talk to you later, and thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.